So you see this? This is a delicious piece of banana bread that I ordered about 50 minutes ago. This is my cup of tea, which I did drink, But she warmed it up for me and I couldn't eat it because I had one right in the side of my head and I hadn't extracted it. I left it all the way up here and it was just killing me. It was really hurting to the point I couldn't sit still, and I couldn't eat that either, which is why I really wanted that. Like, I've been dreaming about that for ages. Not that I can't make it myself, but it's really rather good here. So and it was triggering me, and it was right in the side of the head, and it was literally like triggering my whole nervous system, and this is my life. I go out places to forget about this, to be happy, and then I find that I can't sit still because of this. And I was just admiring this couple's beautiful children over there who came out for afternoon tea, M&S, and exchanging smiles with them, not being able to sit still and just ignoring it. But I just thought, you know what, I can't be a mother. I just can't, because, I can't even eat my own banana bread. So how is that going to work? It's not going to, is it? So this is why I'm doing these recordings, because it feels like someone is trying to drive me off my rocker with this physical problem that I can't seem to solve. I have had different MRI tests. I'll tell you about that in another broadcast, because there was some strange evidence that came up in a few, and I mean really strange evidence, like I'd been shot in the head, and the radiologist found this shot wound and were baffled by it. I've got another one coming up soon, so I'm really curious to know what that one's going to say. But they found an element in my skull, literally, it had gone through the bone, and they didn't know what it was. I asked them, so what cancer is it then? And they said, no, it's not cancer. So I said, well, what is it? And he said, it's just a toxic element. We don't know what it is. We're baffled by it. And then some Christians prayed for me, laid hands on me and everything, and this strange toxic thing they found just disappeared. So God healed me then in about 2018, and now I keep waking up with these shot wounds, these strange, And there are very strange noises around my property very late night. You do hear very strange noises, to the point where, because I'm very isolated where I live, I literally just play things to just ignore it, usually holy things. Sounds like very demonic sounds coming from around the property, so it's all rather strange. Anyway, what I was saying was the governments are not making it public knowledge and deliberately concealing it at the expense of the victims, because they are taking instructions from MI6, and they are taking instructions from the Bilderberg group, a group of evil elites who want to gain power and control over the masses, whether they like it or not, whilst pretending to be good people. So the thing is, we can't even just mind our own businesses and get on with things and just ignore it these days, because it's in your face 24/7. It's in your face. You can't turn a corner without some webcam being rammed in your face. And I'm just saying, if you want to know more about the Bilderberg group, I strongly recommend you go to the website www.jdfrog.org and listen to his recent prophecy update, which is dated, let me just tell you when it's dated, the 19th of January, which was last Sunday, because he goes into much depth about this. Sorry about that. I just crashed my camera. I'm not a conspiracy theorist at all, but I just like to get on with life. But because of this problem, I just can't. I'm trapped into not sleeping with it, not eating, not sleeping, and I go away somewhere to do something happy to just forget about it, because that's the kind of person I am. Maybe go pray for someone, because you find that when you just don't think about you and you do something for someone else, then your problems go away. So that was my strategy to deal with this. But like last night, I didn't sleep at all, and so after a lot of prayer, God has said to me to expose it, because there's something else going on, So, like I said, I have done, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a victim of this terrible international crime. I've done nothing to nobody. I've never hurt anybody. I've never hurt myself. But my life has become a vicious sequence of surviving one string of murder attempts to the next every fortnight. When you finally do the impossible and free yourself from these string of hard debris in the skin, which, let me tell you, is a very complex miracle that I believe doesn't happen without the church praying and fasting for me, then the very next day I will hear military jets come down in my area, which has got no airport in it at all. They will land in an adjoining field somewhere, and then 2 days later I'm in the same boat all over again, and I've got another 20 in different places, and I'm just writhing in pain, unable to sleep. So when you finally cracked getting these objects out, I believe the goal is to drive you to suicide or insanity by this secret physical torture, and have you gaslighted to the extent that you can't actually talk about it at all, which is actually therapeutic. And then I suppose they could murder you in secret a lot more effectively, and degrade you to their heart's content and demoralise you and isolate you completely, and then nobody would take you seriously at all, so you can even give your experiences to anybody. I believe that even without this, they are a group of criminally wicked and cruel, evil people who portray themselves as public servants, who enjoy their cruelty immensely and get sexual gratification from it. God has asked me to say that. Not their goal is also to monitor not just you but many masses with their biomechanisms, and then force these implants somehow into you. Could even be by the, I don't know, it could be more complicated than we ever thought. I just don't know. And against your will and consent, because I think that what gratifies them is their lawlessness, sorry, because the Bible describes the lawlessness of the beast. There's actually a verse, if you look up the lawless one. It's described as the Antichrist, but also the beast. And I believe this is what they get pleasure from, hurting people in secret and getting away with it. Now, I'm not telling you this to freak you out, because I'm not afraid. Do I look afraid? I'm not. What I've been going through is unpleasant. But my Bible tells me to not fear man at all, but to fear the one who can throw the body and the soul into hell, but not man. And I do believe that is the truth. The truth is that, these people want to be feared, maybe because they want to be false gods. But I'm suggesting that they do want to be feared. But that doesn't mean that I fear them, though. I think they're the group of the biggest cowards ever. That's what I really, truly believe in my heart. And I believe that Jesus is brave, so I fear him. So, I believe some implants they use, not all, because they probably have different types, can read your biology, their bioweapons, and physiology, so that when you eat something or consume something or take a new medicine or a new oil or something good for you, it probably gives them information about what really works. And even though they are claiming that their non-consensual science experiments are for the good of consumers, what they're actually doing is harming the masses with it, because when they find what it is that works without any extraction, there have been a few treatments I used before that really worked on their own. You put them on the actual objects and they just fell out, Great, job done. When you find something really effective, there have been a few, they either take it off the market if it's that specific brand of thing, like Holland and Barrett just taking something off the market that everyone loved, and then they either discontinue it or they alter it in some way if it's a medicine. So if suddenly you find the packaging has changed, the content has changed, so it doesn't work as effectively as before. Things that make you go, as Jodie Frog says in his broadcasts. And so I believe that these kind of things are going on not for the public's good, and so it's necessary for God to want me to expose this in the light. I believe it's it's necessary to share it for the public good, I think it's also etched together with the breach of privacy also, generally, over everyone, and their lack of respect for privacy and sanctification, generally. It's almost like they want to monitor your suffering, they want to call, and then pretend to be the solution to the problem, pretend to care. But, who cares about you and who doesn't at the end of the day. And they could well be secret science experiments. I am not delusional or paranoid. I'm just explaining what has been happening because it's changed my lifestyle. I haven't been able to get a driving license, and so that's affected my income, and I can't, look forward to a new day at 6 o'clock in the morning because I'm in too much pain. So once I lose the pain, I can then become useful again, So I've got no choice but to kind of work out a process of elimination. I've suffered it for nearly 15 years now. I've seen my friends have children, I've seen them grow up. I didn't really want to go online because if they enjoy invading my privacy, then why should I give them more, I like to be a private person and I don't like to put myself out there, but when God gives a command, I have to do it, and I'm doing it now. So, I graduated at Warwick University with a top law degree, and after my last job in radio, I haven't been able to do much, even though my heart wanted to do so much. I've got a list of dreams that have just been left aside because my life is just surviving more every day and night. Yeah, of course, every day I go through a process of elimination. Like my friend, where I went to lunch, she convinced me to buy these in Holland and Barrett, and I'm always a sucker for it because I always want to believe that there's another reason for it, that it's not the Bilderberg group. I got it all wrong, So I've been taking this and this and this and this and this and this, but maybe this is the answer, She pretty much convinced me that I should try it, so I did. I bought it because it says gut powered. So I've just taken one. I haven't eaten my banana cake yet. She warmed it up for me, before I sat down, but it's cold now. Never mind. So and I, gone are the days when I can actually make my own banana.